Happy New Year, lovies! Thank you so much for tuning in. Look, if I could film this whole video with these glasses on, you bet I would, okay? So today, I decided to do something fresh. You know, it's the new year. I want to do something different for the channel and for my viewers, specifically my new subscribers. And I wanted to do a little get to know me Q&A. So I gathered up a few questions off the net, and I wanted to answer them for you guys, so you just get a sense of who I am. Like, look, this list is 30 questions, or 30 something questions. It's not gonna, wrap me all up, but we're starting this journey together, so let's do it. So let's start with the first question. Where did you grow up? So from my, I would say I was born in South Africa, and then Johannesburg to be specific. And then I grew up in Lesotho between the ages of, I can't even remember when my mom moved back to Lesotho after having me, but I want to say from age 0 to 6 years old. So I grew up in Maseru, Lesotho, Hillsview. And then when I turned 6, or not long after I turned 6, I moved to New Zealand. And then I grew up in Wellington, Newlands to be specific, Wellington, New Zealand. And I loved it there. Like my whole childhood, just having the two backgrounds, my whole childhood was just fantastic. Okay, I loved it. I had the best childhood ever, near best. It's not perfect, but Second question, where do you currently live? So I did a video about this. My husband, my 2 children, and I moved to Melbourne recently. I want to say, 3.5 months ago. And so we are currently in Melbourne, Australia, and we are loving it. Minus the fact that we're having all these fires, and so that's actually quite sad at the moment. It's our first experience. Like, living in Australia is super duper hot. Like, you have, I remember we arrived just towards the end of spring, and it was crazy. Like, it got up to 46 degrees here in Melbourne. But I heard that in other places in Australia it got higher, like New South Wales. But yeah, it's quite sad with the fires, and we're praying for everyone who is affected. But yes, I live in Melbourne, Australia. Who is your first best friend? You guys, look, when I was in Lesotho, I had this one friend, Matsulane Sello. How you doing? To be honest, like, in my head, my mom and her mom were best friends growing up. So I don't know if they grew up together or in their adult, hood, then they were best friends. But I remember when I was growing up, like, Matsulane was always there. And, even when I came to New Zealand and then went back, we just, started off straight where we left off. And we've been best friends since. We don't communicate as much as I'd want to, but we send occasional photos, and we both have kids now, so we share photos of our children and that. So we're still sharing life together in some way, and there's definitely a bond there. And I know for a fact when I go back to Lesotho, it's just Matsulane and I are just gonna sit on the couch and just have a blast, And I really do miss that friendship. And then in New Zealand, I had a few best friends actually. In primary, I went to St. Bridget's School in Johnsonville. In primary, I was friends with 2 girls, Kate and Shauna. We're still friends on Facebook, but we don't really talk. And then in high school, I had another friend, Jessie, and she's like my girl. She's my ride or die. We're still friends now, and I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of her. That type of situation, Next question, how tall are you? I'll do this in centimeters. I am 165 centimeters tall. I might have added a few centimeters here and there, but you understand. I'm like, give or take 5 centimeters. Okay, 5 is a bit much, but you get the gist. Dogs or cats? None. I am terrified of animals. They're cute. Like, I see why people like them, but it's not for me, boo. No, I'm sorry, guys. I know, guys, y'all love animals. Like, animal lovers, like, really love animals. Like, they're almost like children, in some way, but it's never been my thing. Yeah. Funniest moment throughout high school? Oh boy. I don't even know if I had. Oh, okay. I don't know if it's a funny moment throughout high school. No, but I've had funny moments. It's quite funny. I'll give you guys a few. So, if you guys don't know anything about dyslexia is just the way your mind absorbs energy. I was just going to say absorbs energy. Okay. Absorbs information. And people with dyslexia, it varies the way it shows, but with mine, it's reading. So my dyslexia, I didn't even know I had dyslexia back then, but I remember one time our dean, we were in the AV room and we were having an assembly, and our dean goes, Priscilla, come up here and read the notice for everyone. And my mind was telling me, go, you better not get up there, because your reading is like, girl, this dyslexia's got you good. But then I was like, my ego was like, no, girl, you better get your ass up there. So I went up there, and there I am reading the notice in front of all my friends, my peers. And I said something like, meeting is at the gym, which means, the gym. So everyone had a good laugh, and I mucked up a few other words. And, I remember everyone was like texting each other, oh my God, Priscilla's having a fob moment. Another funny thing is I used to be a bit of a class clown. I don't know. I was that girl who would rock up to school with a mohawk. I would ask silly questions during science, biology. I just liked making people laugh. I remember our first year in high school, our English class, we did our speeches, and I did my speech, and it was an impromptu speech, which is, brilliant I'll give myself props for that. I did not rehearse it whatsoever. I didn't do anything. I just had like flashcards that I had written maybe 10 minutes before the lesson. And I did my speech on balls, just to be funny. I know it's like whatever, cliche, but my classmates loved it, and they were laughing throughout the whole thing. And the best part was the teacher was buying it. I was like, we have thick balls, small balls, wrinkly balls. I know, it's crazy. I know if my mom's watching this, she's probably like, oh my God, how embarrassing. But yeah, and they come in different colors, shades, and hues, and I got excellence. Like, I had the best speech that day. So, it is what it is. So I don't know if that's like the funniest moments throughout high school, but those are the ones I can remember anyway. What year were you born? 1994. Are you in or have you gone to college? So these, I'm assuming, are from America, these questions. So college in America, I'm assuming, is university, right? I have been in university. Yes, I have. What is your favorite? But I'm a uni dropout, by the way. I'm proud to be a uni dropout. I know some people who are real into the education and everything. Look, at the end of the day, I had big dreams. I went into it with big dreams. I wanted to be, since I was a kid, I wanted to be a doctor. And, you grow up with that dream and you have it in the back of your mind. And so when I got the opportunity to go to uni, and I think I was doing one paper, and I remember thinking, this is not for me. But I had sold that dream to not only myself, but to people around me. So it was like, oh yeah, so she's going to study to be a doctor. She's going to study to be a doctor. And I really had to sit back and think, who am I doing this for? And I figured it out. I thought, no, this is not what I want with my life. At the time, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I enrolled into business because I thought, oh, okay, I love the idea of having a business and running a business. So let me go study about it. And then I dropped out of that too. But that wasn't a complete fail. I dropped out because I was working full time at the time, and I got offered, I got I got given a pay rise, guys, in a better position. So I took that and I thought this is way better and more beneficial for my life, my family's life at that time. And I look back at it and I don't regret it. And I think it's a great thing. It's good that I knew that I did not want to do uni when I did, instead of realizing it towards the end and then end up with like a massive student loan and no job in the field, no certificate or graduation diploma, degree, or whatever it is. So yeah, I did do uni, but I'm a uni dropout. Um, what is your favorite drink? You guys, okay, so I love mojitos. I love rum punches. I don't know if this is like alcoholic stuff, obviously, because who's gonna say I like fruit juice? Um, but yeah, mojitos and rum punch. What is your spirit animal and why? I don't think I have a spirit animal. I don't even know what a spirit animal is. Is it like one of those? I don't even know what that is. Sorry, I don't have one. Please let me know what it means. Comment below, or I'll just Google it later. Um, you're wearing perfume. Yes, I am. What scent is it? J'adore, darling. My husband bought this for me one Christmas, and I've been obsessed with this scent. And everywhere I go, people compliment me on it. So yeah, I love it. Tea or coffee? Look, I want to say 50-50. I love having coffee first thing in the morning. You're gonna judge me for this. First thing in the morning, I have coffee. Midday, I have coffee. And in the evening, if my husband doesn't catch me, I'll have coffee. But he's always telling me like, don't have coffee because you'll be talking up all night. Like we're in bed and I'm like, oh, I'm not sleepy. Let's chat. And then also, I love tea. I'm one of those people that will have 4 cups of tea a day. All of this doesn't sound really healthy, but you know, it's the truth. I'm trying to be honest with y'all. I love tea. I love herbal tea. I like tea with milk. I like tea with cookies, tea with everything, okay? Um, next question, what are your life goals? Um, I don't like things like this are very broad, yeah? This type of question is very broad in that what are your life goals? My life goals tend to change as I mature. And at the moment, I want to say, one, you know, I'm learning to not share my dreams and aspirations and goals or whatever with people in detail. But since I'm being open, I think ultimately my desire at the moment is to use my talent, my personality, and create something around that, you know, use my business ideas, which I won't go into detail about, but create something around that which will be of service to people. So that's something that I'm trying to work on. Like my husband and I had a chat about this, like when we moved here, we thought, you know, we had a chat about giving and the importance of giving and having a giving heart and what that means for us in our lifetime. And oh God, lifetime is a bit deep, for us in our life period. And so, you know, we're trying to sort of wrap our vision goals, individually and collectively together, to serve others, if you know what I mean, and whatever that is. So everything we will be working on will be to serve others in some way, shape, or form. Yeah. What sports do you play or have you played? You guys, like, to be honest, I'm not that sporty. And have I played any? Like, I used to start something and then, like, you know, I'd pull out because it just was not my thing. Yeah, so I'm not a sporty person, so no. Have any books you read changed your life? Yes. Oh my goodness. The Alchemist changed my life. The New Earth, or A New Earth, The New Earth by Eckhart Tolle changed my life. That was actually gifted to me by a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. I still have not returned it. But anyway, we'll do in the near future. But yes, definitely, those 2 books have changed my life. I will say, I don't think they've changed my life like dramatically, but each time I read them, or each time like I read like a little passage from it, I do it just it's a reminder of things that I need to do or things that I need to work on. Oh, and the 1 Minute Millionaire. Oh, that book is great. Yeah. Next question. What is your favorite movie? I don't have a favorite movie. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm actually that person that will sleep during a movie. I literally just watch movies to spend time with my husband because, what I've learned is in order to make your marriage work, you have to. This is not like the key, guys, okay? I'm still young, still trying to figure it out, but so far, this is what I've got, okay? We try to do things like that we both love. Like he does things that he loves, I do things that I love, and then we come together and meet in between. So part of spending time together is doing stuff that he loves and vice versa. So movies is one of them. Like he loves watching movies, sorry. Mainly because he that's his field. He's a cinematographer, but also yeah, he can watch a movie from beginning till end. Like I respect people who are into movies like that. It has to be something that is my taste, and I haven't quite gotten that. I'm one of those people. I'll watch with you that for like the first 45 minutes, and then I'm sleeping. So appreciate the 45 minutes. So yeah, I don't have a favorite movie. Next question. Who are your favorite YouTubers? Oh wow, this is really deep. I love Dave Ramsey. I love the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Look, I started reading Rich Dad Poor Dad and I didn't finish it, but that also kind of changed my life. Going back to the other question, but yeah, I like watching financial stuff. For entertainment, I love the Ace Family, like many of us. Who else do I love watching? What's her name? Perkins. Jenny Perkins, is it? You guys, you have to help me out here. This is really bad. But I don't really. Oh, Mrs. Smith and Co. I know she keeps changing her name, like Emily, but she's a mom who does cleaning videos and lifestyle videos. I watch her. Who else? Like I watch so many things. Who's the other girl? And I was just watching her this morning. Oh, I'll list it below if I remember, okay? But yeah, I do love watching a lot of YouTubers. Um, do you speak any languages and how well? I speak English. Y'all can judge how well I speak that. I speak Sesotho. I'll say I speak Sesotho very well. My accent has just changed because I've been away from Lesotho. And I speak Swahili. That's my husband's mother tongue. Yeah, and I speak Swahili fairly well, considering I've learned it in my older age. Okay, considering I've learned it just from hearing it and asking questions. I think I speak it very well. I can understand Swahili very well, but speaking it, like, I get really shy, especially around people who speak it well. So I don't speak a lot of it. I try to speak it a lot. Like, oh wait, we do speak it a lot at home. Yeah, because we have no fear when we're at home. We can express ourselves. Do you? Oh, sorry, I was going to read the same question again. Are you single or taken? Duh. I am taken, baby. Okay, I am a wife. Duh. I am wifed for life. What is your idea of your dream date? My dream date would be a picnic. And just having my loved one there. My husband and I remember our first few dates were picnics and walks around the lake, just spending time with each other without distraction. I think that's my number one thing. I'm not fancy. Like, I'm not into like take me to a bougie restaurant or take me shopping or let's go on vacation. Like, I'm not that girl. I want to just spend time with you. I want us to just talk. And that's another thing. I consider dates as just talking. Like the other night, we were talking for 2 hours straight. And I love that. To me, that's intimate. That's getting to know him in the now. And yeah, that's important to me. Next question. Sorry. How long was your longest relationship? the relationship I'm in now, girl. All right, it's for life. No, this is actually my longest relationship. Um, if anything, this is the only relationship I've ever been in. Yes, I got lucky. My first boyfriend just so happened to be the man that, the one. He just so happened to be the one. And we've been together we're going on 9 years. This is our ninth year. So 2021 will be 10 years together, and 4 years married so far. This will be our fifth year. And yeah, and we're going to be together forever, right? How would you describe your fashion sense? Kind of like tomboyish look. Like, I love the tomboy look. I've always been into that since high school. Actually, let me tell y'all something. When I was young, I used to be like extremely tomboyish. Like, I was the girl who would be crumping. I was the one who would wear sneakers, baggy t-shirts and tights or jeans. I loved dancing, and like I loved the rough dance and hip hop and all that. And then when I grew up, or just towards the end of high school, I started wearing heels, and I was like, oh yeah, this is cute. Doing makeup and all that. So I do love tomboyish look, but I can be extreme when I want to look feminine. I'm all the way feminine. So yeah. But who knows? Like, stuff like this kind of changes anyway. What is your go-to hairstyle? Wigs, girl, wigs. If I don't have braids, or I just got out of dreadlocks, which I really loved, I wear wigs. How many siblings do you have? I have 4 siblings. One sister. Oh, sorry. Wait, 1 sister, 3 brothers. Yeah. What is your go-to fast food order? Anyone who knows me, butter chicken. I love me some butter chicken. Second to that, I love me some wicked wings from KFC. Third to that, I love me some Nando's wings with some corn on the side. Yes, girl, that grilled corn has to be piping hot. I love it. But you need to find a Nando's that does them right, because, yo, it's a struggle. Do you use PC or Mac? Mac. Your most memorable vacation memory? I have never been on vacation as such, but I do remember when I was young, my aunt taking us to a theme park, in Montessori. Is it Montessori? I think it's Montessori in South Africa, Johannesburg. Anyway, so we went to this theme park, and they had like this long roller coaster called the Anaconda, purple roller coaster. I just loved it. I had the best time of my life. Oh, and then also when I was younger, my mom used to take me to. We were part of this group called Focolari Group. It's like a Catholic thing, and we used to always go on trips in Mariapolis. And we went to this one place, I don't even remember, I think it was Rotorua. I can't remember, but I had the best time ever. Like, I can remember it like it was yesterday. So yeah, but we have never been a vacation family growing up. And also, now that we're older, that's something I'd want to incorporate for my children. But for myself, I don't like being in a plane. I know I'm a bit boring. What is your morning routine, evening routine? Evening routine, dinner with the family. I don't know if this is what you guys mean, because I know some people like do a whole facial routine, whatever. I don't do that. I don't have any facial routine. My skin has always been good. I've been blessed with that, and I thank God for that, the creator. But what I do in the morning, I wake up. My kids usually wake me up. No, actually, my husband wakes me up when he goes to work. And then my kids come into my room, and then we have breakfast together. I love to watch them have breakfast. I prep breakfast for them, and then I have my coffee. And yeah, I would want to improve on that this year, definitely. Evening routine, just dinner with the family. We chat. This is something that we do as a family. We sit down at the table and have dinner every night together. This is a must. Okay, we all know, like, life happens, so not every night, but we do it most nights. Do you have any bad habits? I used to have one bad habit of biting my nails. Now I don't. Hey, she got nails. I had fish oil and glucosamine. I've been taking those, and not even regularly, guys, but my nails have gone really strong and really long. Other bad habits, I don't know, like, You have to ask my loved ones. I don't think I have other bad habits, right? Do you think I have bad habits? Of course I do, but I don't know. You have to ask people that know me well. Tell us one thing about you that we wouldn't know. That I had a very successful salon. I owned a salon, a hair salon in New Zealand before moving here. That's something that I'm very proud of. So I wanted to add one more question. So that's the end of that questionnaire. Where do you want to travel? I would love to go to Japan. I know I said I don't like traveling, but these are like places whenever I see the photos, I'm like, I want to be here. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to the Maldives, Bora Bora. I want to go to Canada. And what was the other place? Obviously, the Congo, where my husband's from. I want to go there, meet his family, and just see. You know, I love the Congo. The Congo. Yeah, and that's it for today, guys. That's about it. I don't know if you guys have any more questions. Please comment below and I'll answer them for you. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you love what you see. Ciao.